We've had a string of pretty good news in Canada. Firstly, the USMCA, so NAFTA 2. Clearly trade uncertainty in Canada has been playing a part in depressing activity. There's no question about that. The Governor of the Bank of Canada spoke about this at length. We've put that aside now. We have a deal. It's not necessarily the best deal in the world, but it's a deal that eliminates any kind of trade uncertainty with respect to the United States. That's fundamentally positive. The second is we've had this announcement of a very, very, very large energy project in Kitimat, which would see, around $40 billion of investment in that part of the country in a period of time. We anticipate that's going to start in 2019, peak construction 2020, and at its peak, probably adding about 0.2 percentage points to growth in Canada, which is quite significant. You layer in on top of that what had already been happening in the economy, which is a rotation of demand away from consumption, away from housing, to investment, to exports, which is something we've been looking for a long time. That seems to be happening as well. So you have kind of a constellation of factors that are, pushing Canada in a reasonably positive direction as we go forward. So, for instance, we think growth in 2019 is going to be stronger, marginally stronger, but stronger than growth in 2018 as a result of all these factors. Fundamental challenge that we're facing now is, essentially growth has been too strong for too long. So there are labor shortages. Just about anywhere you go in the country, just about any sector you look at, there are signs of labor shortages. And if you can't find labor, it makes it difficult to increase production. On the other side, you've got very high capacity utilization rates. So the existing equipment, the plants and the tools and machinery we already have are being used at full capacity. So in the absence of greater investment, you're in fact limited in terms of your ability to generate growth. So and all this is a function of the fact that growth is strong, and it has been strong. And you've just gotten to a point where it's increasingly difficult to maintain that growth momentum because you're running into capacity constraints that are reasonably serious.